flying fence panel rips off my side door and goes flying down the A27, sorry. Medium latte, extra hot, episode. Where that? 10 and 16. Actually, I've got a large latte. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but I got a free coffee because I bought 10 lattes on the app, and I ordered, can I have my medium latte extra hot? And the guy serving me said, it's free, why don't you go for a large? Oh, dang. I said, sure, why not? Let's have a large. This bloody thing's huge. It's like the size of my head. It's massive. But anyway, story today is some terrible kind of accident that could have gone really bad, but was okay in the end. I was doing a fence job, and the job was literally just replacing panels. It was such an easy job because the posts were already there, concrete posts, and you just slide in the new posts. You've got to take the old ones out, put the new ones in. And I think it was like probably 8 panels, and they were 6-foot panels. And I know I can get 6-foot panels in at an angle in my van, not this van, an old van, at an angle, and just stack them in. And I brought and paid for 8, and we were stacking them in. We managed to get 7 in, and there was just one more. I could not get into the van. And most of my vans have roof racks. This particular van did not have a roof rack, so I could not put it on the top. But the job was quite a distance away, and I didn't want to make 2 trips just for 1 extra panel. I had some rope, and I thought, I'm going to put it on the top of my van and strap it down, tie it on the inside of the van, and then close the side door. We did that nice and tight, nice and solid, and it seemed pretty fine. This is super dodgy. I do not recommend doing this unless you only put stuff on your van if you have a roof rack, because this was a stupid moment in my life. It was a long, long time ago. And we proceeded to drive from Brighton to Worthing, where the job was. It's a bit further than they normally go. It was just one of those moments. And as you drive down the A27, it's relatively close to the coast, but there's a bridge that runs across a river. And what I hadn't anticipated is there's a heavy, strong wind on coming across that bridge, because it's just from the sea. The river runs all the way through underneath the bridge, and we're driving across it. And in that moment, what must have been happening, those ropes were vibrating and rubbing against the metal that they were tight against. And they weren't, it wasn't smooth metal. So I reckon that rope was fraying. And just as the moment as we went over that bridge, the force ripped that panel off the top of my van. Luckily, it slammed, it ripped the side door off. The side door was hanging off and scraping on the floor. It was still attached to my van, but scraping on the floor. The panel was like obliterated into pieces because it slammed on the floor. Luckily, it wasn't on the road. It was on it flew onto the side verge, or the hard shoulder is what it's called, and it just obliterated into pieces. I pulled over immediately. We picked up some of the pieces. There was the odd tiny piece that may have been on the road. We've just had to put it to the side, and I had to get this side door back on. There was 2 of us, one of my guys, and we managed to get the side door back on, get it all closed up again. Terrified, obviously, heart going. Had to just take that pan as a loss. We went and fitted all the other panels, and then we came back to get the last panel. You know, little bit feeling like a bit of a douchebag for doing that, but that is a life lesson that will never be repeated ever again, and a lesson for everyone: do not put stuff on top of your roof unless you have a roof rack to tie stuff to. That's my story of the day. The crazy things that happen over 30 years of gardening. Plenty of stories there. Okay, large latte today, extra hot, see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. If you like this shizzles, subscribe on the button. Chuck in some comments. Tell me what you think. And see you Monday.